Welcome everyone. Today I just want to talk real quick about getting the dreaded nails out of the supports of the pallet wood braces. Now pallet wood's awesome. There's all kinds you can get. It's beautiful. I've just done so much work with it, and it's really led me down a different road than I was, maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago. I don't remember when I first started working with it. But the first time I did it, I just didn't want nothing to do with it because it was very hard to work with. So basically, let's get to the point. I developed a little practice that I do in order to take the nails out of the pallet supports. And I thought it was important to show you guys. I'm not advertising any type of lubricants, but I just happen to have this particular brand in my hand. And what I just do is I spray down all the nails, okay, like so. And I spray them down a few times, not just once, and you don't just spray it down and, just think that the nail's just going to come out. You got to let it penetrate and let it sit and come back to it. So I would recommend basically just walking away from it, spraying it, come back, walk away from it again. If you have a bunch of them pulled apart, do them all at one time. That way you're not tempted to try to do it and then break off a nail and spend 10 minutes digging one of these out of here with a pair of these. It's not fun. And then the second thing is you got to realize at some point that maybe the board's not worth it, depending on the situation on the board. Sometimes if it's 2 nails that stay in these, I might just cut off 2 inches here, cut off 2 inches here, and then keep whatever's left. And I tend to keep a lot of this stuff because I do a lot of mosaic pallet works, and it comes in handy down the road. And then I find myself hoarding pieces too. So here's the tools I'm using for this. I got a workbench that has a little built-in clamp I picked up from an auction for like 15 bucks. You can find these all over the internet, 30, 40 bucks or something like that. I don't really know. But it's pretty simple once you get them lubricated. And I'm not going to say it works 100% every time, but it works a lot better than not trying to lubricate them. So what I do is just take this crowbar. In this particular case, I put my weight on the bench because it wants to pull it up. And I just gave it a little tug, and there it goes. Leverage is everything, but being careful and slow is just important because these things, a lot of times, they're so rusted, they just break off, and you're going to spend, 5 minutes trying to dig a nail out because you just put all your heart and soul into prepping the board, and, So this is what I do, and I'll tell you what, when I first started out, I didn't even want to keep the 2x4s because of all the nails that were in there, and the few times I tried to take them out, I just couldn't get it. But you get yourself a clamp or rig up something to where the bottom doesn't have to be supported by the ground because the bottom's going to have nails in it too. And then it's a lot easier to work with, okay? Otherwise, you're just you're playing games with yourself trying to do this on the ground, which a lot of us have to, and you could do it, but if you have the means, figure out a way to do this. Another trick is when you get into some type of tough spot, or if you do break off the head, you want to take and bend the nail over, alright? And you're bending that nail over, 1, to get yourself somewhere to grip onto, but 2, to kind of make the hole a little bit bigger, right? Because it pries against the wood and just makes the hole bigger. So that's what I do. And then, you know what? If a whole bunch of the nails heads keep breaking off on you, don't be afraid to throw the board out. Or do whatever you're going to do with it, because sometimes it's not worth your time and you have to move on to the next piece. Came out pretty easy for me. I unscrew my workbench, get it a little bit loose, and now I can flip it over, and as you see there's only 2 nails on this side, which I had previously, again, lubricated, and Got a bent nail here, and sometimes it's just try to keep your tools with you, makes your job a lot easier. You go a lot faster, so you don't feel like you're wasting money and time. That's kind of the experience I've felt over the years. Am I wasting money on pallet wood? You know, am I wasting time? Time is money, right? But this is the end result of why I save those. This is popular. Quite a bit of money at the big box stores. Great for painting, and it's planed down. As you can see, you got a rough side and you got a smooth side. This got so much color in it. But right here, I plane them down. I do a lot more work with the newer wood, you know, than I do with the actual architectural, you know, the old look that a lot of people like. And hey, it's to each his own. But my name's Joe Davis, and hopefully I helped you guys out with something here. And keep on plugging away. Thank you.